Hi, second grade. So I'm coming to you in this video to share with you our Bible story for this week. This is going to be the first part of two. This part today, I want you to be thinking about this truth, that Jesus cares about all of us, that you are important to him. Our Bible verse from yesterday from 1 Peter tells us that we can cast all of our cares, all of our anxiety on Jesus because he cares for us. So I'm going to tell you a story about how much Jesus cares about you, but also about these little children in the Bible and how he showed that he cared about them. I'm going to read this to you. This is from Luke, the book of Luke, chapter 18, verses 15 through 17. So follow along with me as I read. One day Jesus was with his disciples on a hillside. Many people had gathered there to listen to Jesus, and Jesus was teaching the people about God. He was healing them of their sicknesses. Some mothers heard that Jesus was teaching. They began to bring their little children to Jesus. They wanted Jesus to bless their children by telling them about God. When the disciples saw the mothers bringing their children, they thought that Jesus was far too busy to talk to the children. After all, Jesus was teaching men about God. He was too busy. They thought Jesus should not be bothered with children. But the disciples did not know how much Jesus loved little children. As the disciples tried to keep the little children from going to Jesus, Jesus told them they must not stop little children from coming to him. Then Jesus held out his arms to the little kids. As soon as they saw that Jesus was opening his arms to them, the children ran to Jesus. He took them in his arms and he kissed them and he hugged them. He let some of the children sit on his lap, and they all crowded around to get as close to Jesus as they possibly could. Then Jesus told the children never to be afraid. He would be close to them always. He would always take care of them. Soon after this, some of the disciples asked Jesus which one of them was the greatest and most loved. They wanted to know which one of them was closest to God. Then Jesus took a little child by the hand and said to his disciples, "A little child shall show you." He was telling the disciples that they must learn to be like children who truly love God and were obedient and loving. So with that story, I want you to think about, what truths do you now know? Jesus cares about children. He cares about you, he cares about me, he cares about everyone in your family. Jesus wants to be close with you. He wants to be your friend. So think about these questions today and respond to them for me. The first one is, why did the mothers bring their little children to go see Jesus? Why did the disciples want to keep the children from Jesus? What had they forgotten? What did the disciples forget about Jesus? And then also, what did Jesus do about it? Those 4 questions are what I want you to respond to in thinking. But again, I hope that you have posted that verse somewhere in your house to continue to remind you that Jesus cares about you. He's close to you. He's right there to talk to. You can pray to him. You can call on him. He will always come near to you and he will help you with whatever it is that you need. Keep remembering that even though times might be uncertain, we might be a little bit scared or worried, but we can call on him and he cares for us and he loves you very much. Keep remembering that. Can't wait to see your guys' responses.